social wizard take your inputs, like you fill out a form one time, and the social wizard will create a new different post and a new different image and post it to your social media every single day. That'll be your social media manager. We call it social wizard.
Nice.
Okay, primary offer is now done. You should be able to drag it perfect to the third position. Not that it matters too much, but just to copy me exactly. And the next one we're going to build is funnel URL, which is a single line, funnel space U. And then we say, where should the target traffic be directed to? And save. Next one is geo target area, single line target area. Then what is the location we are targeting? Perfect. Next one is a multi-option, drop down multiple should be it. Yeah. And then next, and then we're doing preferred platforms. Okay. And so the 4 platforms that high level can do right now comfortably, like the popular ones, are TikTok. So let's start with that one. That's going to be TikTok. And then value is going to be TikTok. It's going to auto-populate. Great. And then let's add an option right under TikTok. And then let's put in Instagram. And then let's do Facebook and then LinkedIn. Okay. And these are just options. Doesn't mean you actually have to do all of them. Yeah. And then save. Perfect. Okay. What is next? Now there's a wizard status, which is not totally necessary, but let's just go ahead and build it, just so we have the same identical thing. We'll do a drop-down single, and the field will be wizard status. And we'll have 2 options in here. One will be configured and one will be paused. Okay, I'll explain this now and then it'll make sense more when we put it all together. This is kind of like an on-off emergency switch for your social wizard. When it's on configured, it's running. And if you ever had to stop it, you can come back in here and hit pause and then it would stop. It's kind of like a safety mechanism, if you will. I had it initially to actually start the whole thing, but then I learned I would just do it from a trigger instead. And so you may not need this at all, but for the sake of it, it's in there. So let's hit save. And then the last one we're going to build is a single line text. Yep. And we're calling this one social account ID. Social account ID, and the placeholder is enter the social media account ID. Perfect. Okay, great. So that's all of the custom fields that we need in order to build our form. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now let's go over to sites and we're going to build our form. So we'll hit go back. We'll go to sites. We'll go to the top where it says forms and then builder. You got it. And then let's hit add form. From scratch is probably good, because this is going to be very simple. Usually high level creates a form with like a certain number of fields. Yeah. Let's delete every field except email. Yes, even the notes at the bottom. We'll keep the execute button. We'll change the button. Yeah, even the policies, we can get rid of those. Should be like a way to delete them. Yeah, perfect. And then let's rename the button to execute. Perfect. Okay, and now let's give the form a name. So I call it the number 1. The number 1, social wizard input form. Social wizard input form. Or you can give it form. That's totally fine. Okay, nice. And now we are ready to build this form. And we're going to build it using the custom fields we created earlier. So we go up to the top left. It says add object fields. Perfect. We go into the social wizard folder that you created. And one by one, top to bottom, let's drag them above the email block. So you just grab it, drag it, and put it there. Perfect. Business niche is next. Nice. And then primary offer. Very cool. Then we got tone of voice and then target audience and funnel. Oh, and then I had a geo target area next for some reason. Okay, that's perfect. And then preferred platforms and then wizard status.
It should be back up.
Right about perfect. And then email is next. Okay, we're done. Great. So this form is now built. You see how easy that was? And let's hit save. Okay, now we have our form. So theoretically, you would share this form with a customer. And if you go hit the preview button for me, this link that you see in your bar is actually shareable with anybody too. So you don't actually have to put this form on a website and host it publicly. This link is publicly routable. So you share this link. What I did with one of our customers is I sent them an email and I created just a hyperlink and said, click here. And then I put this URL in there, and then the customer in their email clicked it. This form opened up in their browser. They filled it up one time, hit execute, and now the social wizard is set. Will automatically post every single day for them. Okay, that's just a little tidbit. So now let's go back into high level, and we're going to build the automation behind this. So let's go over to automations. Okay. Create workflow, start from scratch, line up as well. Okay, here it comes. Okay, first thing is let's add a trigger, and it'll be based on a schedule. So let's say scheduler. Yep, perfect. Let's click on that. And this is going to be the schedule that you're comfortable with. So I have mine. If you want to like literally just copy mine, I have interval is daily. And then at what time? I have 0015, basically right after midnight. Perfect. And then I hit save trigger. Nice. So that's our first trigger. The second trigger, so the one to the right of it, is going to be form submitted. And I saw it there, just form, just the word form. Okay, let's do add filters. I'm going to do form is, and then we're going to pick the form you just created. Perfect. And then hit save. Okay. The last trigger is that emergency button that we were talking about. We're going to call it contact changed. So we're going to type in right there. Yep, you got it. Perfect. And it's going to be a filter, and it's going to be wizard status. If it's in there, should be all the way at the bottom. Yep. Wizard status. One of the custom fields we created has changed to, and it's going to be configured and save. Okay, so now essentially what we're doing, Jason, is there are 3 ways to start this workflow. One is every morning at 0015. That's one possible way to start it. The second one is somebody actually fills out this form and hits execute. And the third way is if it's already set up, somebody changes the status of this form to configured, right? So far that's what we've done.
Okay.
Next is what happens when those triggers are met. Okay, so for this one, we now have an action. So we're going to hit that plus button. Perfect. And we're going to search for GPT. Perfect. That's the one. And let's copy me exactly. That's good. Let's change the model to GPT-4o mini. It's the cheapest one we have, and it does everything we need it to do. So we save money. Okay, now down here, the prompt. This is where it's the most important thing there is, and paste it right in there. Nice. And let's hit save action. Okay, so now what we've told this workflow to do is take everything that the user enters within that form and send it to OpenAI in order to generate a post based on the customer's brand, their offer, their niche, everything that we did in that form. And it'll come back with a nice little post that can be put onto Instagram or Facebook and whatever. Now, here's the challenge for high level itself. And I think the developers are working on this, but we cannot create a post from OpenAI and then turn around and push it to the scheduler, because it's like a request that comes in from within your own account. And that's a security flaw.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like if you try to call yourself from your own phone, it doesn't work, right? It just
makes sense.
So this is why we have to now send this request to a second automation. And that second automation is super easy to use on make.com. And that's why I had you create that make.com account before we got started.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and add another action. And this is going to be the action of sending something. So we need a custom webhook. It should be in there. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Okay. And let's do what we can until we have to go to make. So the first one is custom webhook. Custom is good. It's going to be a post. And you see where it says that URL? That's what we're going to get from make. So, but before we go anywhere, let's scroll down a little bit more, and there's going to be this custom values section. Perfect. Okay, so I want to see what you have here. Okay, we'll just delete it, and I will give you exactly what to copy paste in there.
Okay.
And you can just delete everything there and paste it. Nice. Save.
It's not saving it, I don't think.
Oh, because it needs a URL. Okay, it's a required field. Okay, let's wait right here. Let's go over to make.com. Let's open up another tab, and you're already in there. Great. And any experience with make from before?
No.
No? Okay. So let's go over to the big purple button on the top right. Create scenario.
From scratch, maybe?
It's going to ask me to log in. We are going to build from scratch if you want to hit that. And mine's just coming up now. The first one's going to be a webhook. If you want to hit that as well. Okay, just give me 1 second. Right. Okay, great. So we need, let's see here. We need a custom webhook. That's second option. Okay, and we're going to do create webhook. And then we can give this a name.
Do you have preference?
We can call it post from Go High Level. Okay, great. And then hit save for me. There we go. Let's wait here for a second. Okay, that gray button right there, copy address to clipboard, is how we want to do this. And now what we're saying is we want somebody in the internet to send us data to this address. When they send it to this address, that post literally shows up to this purple webhook in front of you.
Okay.
Right? That's what we're trying to do. So we'll take this URL over to high level and we'll plug it in to that placeholder. Perfect. Yep. And hit save. Excellent. And hit save. Very nice. And now we're going to do a lot of this back and forth to make. So let's go back to make. And now it's listening. So it's waiting for something to show up here. So let's go back to high level. I want to see how you had your OpenAI set up, because now I'm kind of remembering, did we ever, oh, that's right, we don't need to. So in high level, the good part is when you set up a node for OpenAI, it uses the high level API in order to communicate with OpenAI. So you don't have to create your own API for this part. You will later, but not for this part. This part, high level just takes care of it for you, and then they charge you, most likely on an upsell, every time you use their AI to do this, right? So that's going to generate the post, no problem. So let's do this. Let's, while we're here, some housekeeping. Let's change the title of this workflow to something very generic, like Social Wizard -- auto post to Instagram.
Instagram, you said?
Yes, Instagram. Do you have an Instagram account?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Let's click away from that, and then we should be able to hit save. Nice. Okay, excellent, excellent. Now, let's do this. We want to actually send some data to make. So let's go ahead and publish this workflow on the top right. Let's hit publish. Let's hit save again. And now, remember that form that you created? Yeah, let's hit refresh just for the sake of it here one time. And then I want you to fill this out as if you're the customer for your Instagram account.
Okay.
Take your time.
Funnel URL?
A funnel URL. Yes. Like, what is the landing page you want them to land on?
For now, we'll just use the website.
Okay.
Because I'm in the process of updating all that other stuff. What is the location we're targeting? New Instagram. Social Wizard status. What should I put for Social Wizard status? Configured? Okay. And then social account ID?
You wouldn't need the social account ID. That'll be just for your customer, but you do need an email.
Okay.
And then let me just see everything before you hit execute.
There you go.
Okay, if you scroll up for me, please. Let's see here. Ascendant Intelligence Media. I always have a hard time with that. Home-based services. Perfect. Google Business Optimization with database reactivation campaign for 375. Perfect. It's going to be a friendly, and then home service contractors that need more customers and need more Google reviews. Perfect. Funnel is Ascendant Intelligence Media.com. Perfect. We need that to be perfect. New Orleans, Louisiana. It's excellent. Going to Instagram and it's turned on and your email is in there. Great. Let's execute. Okay, so now what should happen is if we go back to your workflow and we look at the execution logs, and that I was just going to get there. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So the workflow triggered exactly how we planned it. And because this make was waiting for that call, it now received the post, which is brilliant. Okay. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Okay, so let's hit save on that, and we're going to build the next module in line. Yep, plus sign, perfect. And now we're looking for OpenAI, perfect. And which one are we doing? Give me a second. We're going to create an image here, so we need to look for something that says generate an image.
Generate image.
Yes, please. Generate image, great. And now go ahead, create connection, and use your API key here.
What should I name it?
That's okay if you want to keep it that.
You're gonna edit out the.
Certainly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't even see it. Perfect. And then I thought there should be a prompt under that.
Advanced settings?
No, that was just a connection. That's right. Now hit save for me. And it's connecting. Now you're connected. Perfect. Now for the model, pick GPT image 1.5. Yep, the top one. That's the latest model they have. And then in the prompt, click there one time for me. Okay. Now what's happening here is the node is asking, what do you want to put in the prompt that I send to OpenAI. And we can literally put the variable that holds the prompt that was created earlier. And that variable is the word caption. So on the left side, if you just click caption one time, it'll pull it in. See how it says caption on the left side there?
Left side of...
Left side of where your prompt was in the red letters, it has the word caption on the bottom.
There, okay, duh, I'm blind.
Just click on caption one time. Perfect. Now it's pulled it in and we can hit save. Okay, and I just want to repeat it so we all understand what's happening here. The webhook, the big purple one, received the post from high level. We then passed that post over to the OpenAI node. And now this node knows that using your API key, Jason, it's going to send the caption, which is the whole post, over to OpenAI, and it wants to build an image because that's the model we picked. Make sense so far? Nice. Let's hit save on that. And then now here's something that I learned the hard way, and it's just something that either you know or you kind of like run into and then solve with a bunch of AI prompts and kind of figure out. The data that gets returned back from OpenAI is an image, but it's in a different format that is acceptable to Instagram.
Okay.
So we need to take the time now and convert this image to a JPEG. I think it shows up as PNG. So let's create another one next to ChatGPT. Yep, perfect. And we're looking for something called image. And there's a search bar too if you need.
Yeah, I guess that's smarter.
The top one there. Oh, one second. So inside there, it's a convert format. Yep, let's do that. And we'll convert it to JPEG. JPG is fine. And save. Nice. So now what'll happen is the data will enter this node as a PNG, and this node will swap it to a PNG. Super easy. Next is we need to save this image somewhere that's publicly accessible, because Instagram needs a URL in order to post the image. It doesn't actually save the image inside Make or anything. So for that, and I probably should have told you this earlier, you'll have to create one other account called Cloudinary. But let's see how far we can get without it for now. So hit the plus sign next to image and search for cloud, and we'll know it when we see it. It's Cloudinary. It's like one word, that one. And let me see which one we need. Upload a resource is what we need. Great. And let's create a connection. Okay, so we have to go to Cloudinary on a separate tab, and we're trying to get an API key. So it should be just cloudinary.com. This is all free as well. API keys all the way to the top. Okay, that is your API key. And then just put it off to like a notepad somewhere else, and I'll edit this out so nobody else sees these. It's just an online file storage area anyway. And then API key, let's copy that somewhere else, and then grab your secret as well. Well, that's nice.
Email. Okay. My email. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, we have 3 things. Now let's go back to Make. And so for those that are listening, this is the requirement. We have to have a make.com account. We have to have an OpenAI API key. And the third thing that I had forgotten was we need a Cloudinary API key as well. It just saves time before you get started. So now Jason, let's go and plug that in. You got API. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that is saved. Give me a second. Okay, file type is gonna do a drop down, base 64 encoded data, and then hit the second one, which is image convert a format, and then MIME type. You gotta type in exactly this. It's gotta be the word image /J.
Which one's that one?
The one that leans to the right. The top of the, yeah, perfect. And then JPEG, yeah, perfect. And that tells it it's a JPEG file. Okay, let's click away from that. And resource type is image. And then let's scroll down a little bit. And public ID is Instagram_post. Okay, and let's scroll down a little bit. And type is upload. Everything's empty. Perfect. Scroll up for me just to double check. Okay, we are connected. We got base 64. We are image. Image /JPEG. Got it. Image. And then Instagram_post. That looks good to me. Then it got empty and upload. Okay, save. Perfect. Nice. So we are at the point where your theoretical image is now on your Cloudinary waiting to be posted. And now let's create one last one, which is going to post to Instagram. So let's look for Instagram for business. There it is. And we need to create this connection to your Instagram. So we're going to pick, what are we picking? Give me a second. Create a photo post. Yes, there we go. Let's connect to your Instagram. Instagram is connected. Okay, give me a second. Now you have a page. That is the page. Okay, it's already picked your page. Hit the drop down for me on page.
On page?
And see, that's the only page you have. So that's why I selected that one. Perfect. So now your photo URL, click in there one time. And on the left side, you should see something like a
Sorry, I had to move the screen.
Okay, that's fine. Secure URL. It's second from the bottom, blue ones. Click it one time and it's in there. Beautiful. And now basically we got the URL of your Cloudinary and that's where it's going to pull the image from. Now for the caption itself, we're going to click in there one time and pick caption. That was in the reds.
Is in what? In
the red color. So scroll down for me and caption. Perfect. And then scroll all the way down and hit save. Boom. And you're done. Now, few housekeeping. So on the bottom, we're going to hit immediately as data arrives. There's this little toggle all the way at the bottom to the left, immediately as data arrives. So we'll turn that on. Great. Let's click off of that and save. Hey, nice. Okay, now we do immediately as data. Nice. And we'll do maximum 10. This is like a safety mechanism and then hit save. So imagine if you had some kind of automation that would execute like 10,000 times, right? And you accidentally started it, you don't want to get charged like hundreds of dollars. So in this case, we just set it at 10 and you get like 1,000 free credits or something like that. So that's plenty. We're not going to run out of it for a while. Let's hit save again. Good. Okay. So now let's hit run once at the bottom. And now you see it working. The webhook was the post that you received from high level. It still remembers that. And now when it's done, it should, let's just watch it. It's going to go over to OpenAI next. It's waiting for data. Okay, it never remembered what you sent. That's okay. Let's go to high level and in the top right, hit test workflow for me. And then in the drop down, pick your email. Yep. And then click away and then run test. And then go to execution logs. And then, yeah, you see how it just started?
Yeah.
Add it to workflow and then hit refresh. It's like middle right of your screen. Right. Hit that refresh button, a little up.
A little? Okay, gotcha.
And then the rest of it finished. So OpenAI finished, custom webhook, and then you were done. So now go back to make. It should have sent everything there. Great. When you got to OpenAI, it's got some kind of an error. So we need to figure out, what is that red circle? Billing hard limit. Oh, bummer. They don't even give you one free one. So you're going to have to put some money on the OpenAI API that you created. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, I've got an account with them, so.
Okay, so we got to add some money there. I thought OpenAI would give you at least a run for free just to confirm it works. I'm like testing, but apparently they are for profit.
Sure, where to?
We got to go to a different URL. Let me know when you're ready. It is platform.openai.com. And let's get rid of everything. Perfect. Here we go. So somewhere in here, we can pay them.
Go to billing, add credits.
Yeah, add credits. You got it. There we go. See how it said 0? We got to just throw something in there. Maybe like $5 should work. And you can stop sharing.
I was going to say.
Yeah, perfect. Let's go. Okay. So now let's close this one and we should be able to hit run once. Yes, please. It is waiting for data. Okay, let's go back to high level and we'll hit test workflow one more time.
Let's see. Builder, test workflow.
Yep, and we'll pick your email and run test.
Back to make.
Operation failed. Your organization must verify. Oh my gosh. Must be verified to use the GPT image. Okay, let's go to that link it's sharing with you. Please go to, you see on the third line, it says, please go to. Yep. Let's grab that guy all the way down to general. And then it says, when we get there, we click on verify organization. There it is. Verify individual or verify business. Yep. We'll do a start ID check.
Guess I should have just did it as a regular. No, I couldn't. No. Great, they're gonna want my driver's license. Why they want to know everything, including your underwear size?
Yeah, that's definitely the times we live in case they want to sell you some Hanes.
There we are. So let's try
Yeah, we're going to hit run once. It's going to start waiting. And then we're going to go back to high level and test workflow.
We'll test workflow, ID, run back. Well, it's gotten farther than it.
You see it working? You see the ChatGPT circle and there's like this green line going across it?
Yeah.
That's it working, basically. That's a status update.
That's what I was saying. It's getting farther than it has in the past, so that's good.
Yep, that's exactly how these things work. You take it one step at a time, you hit another roadblock, then you troubleshoot, you research, you fix, and then you move on and on and on until you have a working solution. But what should happen now is the webhook received the post from high level. That passed it over to OpenAI, which sent the prompt over to GPT 1.5, built the image, look how fast it's working. Then it moved the image from a PNG to a JPEG. Then it uploaded that image to Cloudinary. And the last step is it's posting to Instagram, which is also completed. So let's go over to Instagram and confirm this is done.
Let's see.
I think profile is where it is, bottom left. Yeah.
San Diego, a little bit different than what I said, but
you said something else. Where was it?
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Ah, that's right. Okay, interesting. Boost your business, boom. Google Business Optimization, 275. Connecting. I'm looking for like spelling mistakes. How about the website? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Google Business, boom. Interesting. Okay, I wonder why also it got San Diego. Boost your business visibility in San Diego with our Google Business Optimization. And you know what? I mean, maybe your customers come from San Diego, right? Who cares?
I don't care as long as they're customers, man.
As long as they're coming. But I have a feeling I know why it did that. When you put in your form, there was New Orleans, Louisiana, and I feel like if we change that field, like instead of like 3 different words, I think if we just go with like New Orleans only, right? Okay. Maybe it might be something. But nothing that we have to troubleshoot now, but
okay.
This is something that is now going to come out every midnight 15. And you can increase the frequency, you can reduce the frequency, and it's going to keep on doing it and charging you for it, right? Okay, so you're in the range of anywhere from 3 to 15 cents per run.
That ain't bad. Not bad at all.
Right? Now, if you do that, imagine every single day, let's average that to, let's just say 10 cents a day. That's $3 a month.
Yep. I'm assuming that's per social media channel. So yeah, that ain't bad at all. $12 a month.
Ooh, not really, Jason. Actually, you remember that last node in Make was Instagram? We can actually like spiral out of that and do like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
So it's not even per run. It's like per run, your cost is still going to be the same.
Even better.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Okay. So you are now powered with Social Wizard. Okay. You're going to use it for yourself, which is awesome. You're going to do some lead generation. But when people start asking you, like, how are you doing this? You're going to turn around and sell this to them. And the way you set this up for other people is they can still leverage your OpenAI keys and everything. So you don't have to go through this whole shebang with them. You can just change out the form entry, like give them the form to fill out one time.
Okay.
And then on the tail end, switch out your Instagram with their credentials, with their Instagram. That's all you have to do. The input change, output change, and then just charge them. What were you paying? $150 a month for something similar?
Yeah, $150 or $200. I can't remember off the top of my head.
So fire them instantly, right?
Yep.
Hopefully you didn't pay in advance. And then start saving $150, $200 a month, and then turn around and sell it yourself, that same service, and then keep tweaking it to make it better.
That sounds good to me.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Jason. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks again.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
So there you have it. Super easy. Worked with Jason, ran through a few hurdles, but all in all, we were here for about 90 minutes and Jason won the challenge for most engagement in the Sonic Combinator community. And that's why he get a 45-minute build session with me. And we thought Social Wizard setting up for him would be the best option. You can also get this. I'm actually running a beta. If you have a company and you want to try it yourself, I'll be happy to come in and set it up for you. Or you can do it yourself. And if you just want to be my affiliate and get all sorts of goodies and ask me to work and build for you, I'm happy to do that as well. So we'll see you around. If you want to do this yourself and you just need a little bit of help, join my Skool community, use my high-level affiliate link, and I will help you. Revenue that I generate from that, 20% of it goes into paid ads, and the leads, I share them with my community. With my affiliate link, you get a 30-day extended trial, plus a bootcamp that you can go through. I have a 15-part course that gets you from initial idea all the way to operational agency. You'll get hundreds of pre-built AI agents ready to go, workflows, automations, website templates. I also have 40 plus businesses and marketing courses that you can then sell to your members. I'm heavily involved in my community. I join 7 days a week so you can have one-on-ones with me where we can build things, we can do think tanks and come up with business ideas. You can even join my businesses where I show you what I'm doing day in and day out. Everything is completely free until I get to maximum capacity. Join now.